Welcome to Manchester United News Update. Subscribe for more Manchester United news, match previews, and transfer updates. Man United star, satisfied with Ruben Amorim arrival as scouting mission emerges. Latest Manchester United news and gossip as a Barcelona star is linked with a move to Old Trafford while Ruben Amorim is sent a message by a United player. Manchester United are busy preparing for their return to Europe as they host PAOK in the Europa League. United go into Thursday night's fixture on the back of a 1-1 draw with Chelsea in the Premier League at the weekend. The game saw Ruud van Nistelrooy in the Old Trafford dugout as interim manager following the departure of Erik ten Hag. Ruben Amorim was recently confirmed as the new head coach for United, leaving Sporting Lisbon in the process. The 39-year-old will officially take charge at United on November 11th, where his first match will see the Reds face Ipswich Town in the Premier League almost 2 weeks later. Here, the Manchester Evening News takes a look at some of the latest United news that has emerged over the last 24 hours. United, scout, Barcelona star. United are being linked with a move for Barcelona talent Marc Casado. According to Court Offside, the Reds will battle with Liverpool and Newcastle to sign the 21-year-old in 2025, either in January or next summer. It has been reported that United scouts have been impressed by Casado and could move to add the midfielder to their squad in the near future. The report claims that United may view Casado as a potential long-term replacement for Casemiro in the holding midfield role. Men's Sport says, United strengthened their midfield in the summer with the arrival of Manuel Ugarte. It remains to be seen what Casemiro's future will be when it comes to United, but it should come as no surprise to see the club planning for the long term as well as the here and now. Højlund sends Amorim message. Rasmus Højlund has explained why he is relishing the prospect of working with Amorim as his new head coach. Højlund has revealed that he has already spoken with one of his teammates with the Denmark national team who has experience playing for Amorim. The United striker went on to say how he has watched Amorim's work with Sporting and is looking forward to the new regime. I'm really looking forward to it, working with Amorim, Højlund told Viaplay via Tipsbladet. Italian pundit suggests Joshua Zirkzee swap deal. Man United would sign extraordinary striker in return. Manchester United invested in signing Joshua Zirkzee over the summer, but the move has yet to really pay dividends for the Dutchman. Rasmus Højlund needed support in the final third after an up-and-down first season at Manchester United. United simply had to invest in a new striker and Bologna's Joshua Zirkzee was the man brought in. United paid around £36 million to sign Zirkzee, having been impressed with his displays for Bologna last season. Zirkzee only scored 13 goals in 53 Serie A games for Bologna though, and his lack of goal-scoring edge is now apparent at United too. The 23-year-old has scored just once in 14 games across all competitions for United and has been receiving criticism of late. Italian pundit predicts Joshua Zirkzee swap. Ruud van Nistelrooy is predicting a bright future for Zirkzee and believes that he simply needs time to become a success at United. There have even been mentions of a swift return to Italian football. Zirkzee has been touted for a move to Juventus with his former Bologna boss Thiago Motta in charge there. That suggestion has popped up again in Italy with former Juventus and Fiorentina man Massimo Orlando predicting a swap deal. Speaking to Tuttomercatoweb, Orlando suggested that Motta just isn't a fan of Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. Pundit Orlando wouldn't be surprised if Vlahovic was sent to United with Zirkzee heading to Juve in exchange, giving Motta a striker he knows well and sending a striker to United in exchange. He is not at all happy with Vlahovic, who has also scored goals. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a change in that position in January, with the Serbian to United and Zirkzee to Juve, said Orlando. Vlahovic has started 15 games for Juventus in Serie A and the Champions League, firing 9 goals in the process. The 24-year-old is a very different type of striker to Vlahovic though and doesn't have nearly as much interest in dropping deep as Zirkzee did under Motta. Vlahovic has been described as extraordinary by Juve hero Alessio Tacchinardi whilst speaking to Tutto Juve, but he may not be to Motta's taste. United have shown an interest in Vlahovic in the past too. Ruben Amorim responds to Manchester United transfer link with Viktor Gyokeres. Ruben Amorim has urged Viktor Gyokeres to stay at Sporting CP for the rest of the season after being linked with a move to Manchester United. Amorim signed off his final Champions League game as Sporting's head coach with an impressive 4-1 victory over Manchester City on Tuesday evening. City took an early lead in the first half through Phil Foden, but Gyokeres equalised before the break. The Sweden international then scored twice from the penalty spot to complete his hat-trick, while Maximiliano Araujo also found the net in an impressive second-half display from the Portuguese champions. Amorim was given a warm send-off from Sporting supporters following the win over City, as it was their last match at home before the 39-year-old takes up his role with United next Monday. Gyokeres, meanwhile, has already been tipped to follow Amorim to Old Trafford, having scored 66 goals in 67 games since joining Sporting from Coventry City in July 2023. Speaking after Sporting's win over City in the Champions League, Amorim was asked directly whether he was interested in bringing Gyokeres to United. "I've just made peace with the Sporting fans, I'm not even going to make a joke about it," Amorim replied. Gyokeres is a Sporting player, which is a great club. He did a lot for it. He was in the second division. He just has to stay and finish the season at Marques. Asked the same in a separate interview, Amorim replied, No. I cannot be funny with that in this moment. It was tough for me to leave. If I start joking about that with Gyokeres, I'll have problems. This is my city, this is my country, I will respect. Viktor has to stay until the end of the season, and then his life is going, maybe, somewhere else. Gyokeres was not asked about a possible move to United, but said of Amorim, "We will miss him a lot, of course. We achieved a lot together and we will miss him and the other members of the staff, but they are leaving and we have to move on and face the next challenge we have." Amorim was also keen to downplay the significance of the 4-1 win against City less than a week before he joins United. "It's a bit misleading. I have the same virtues and defects," Amorim said. "We're from a championship outside the top 5 leagues. We can defend a bit lower and take the initiative. It's going to be different there, in the Premier League, and we'll have to fight head-on." Ruben Amorim's first Man United signing is obvious as Sporting stunned Man City in 4-1 rout. Manchester United supporters were treated to a masterclass as they boosted TNT Sports viewership numbers to tune into Manchester City's 4-1 defeat at Sporting tonight. Incoming United boss Ruben Amorim bid farewell to the José Alvalade Stadium in style as his Portuguese champions ran riot to pile onto Pep Guardiola's recent misery. Phil Foden teased a long night for the hosts as he fired City into the lead after just 4 minutes, profiting from a mistake in midfield from Hidemasa Morita and shoddy goalkeeping by Franco Israel. But Morita, Israel and Sporting rallied from there, producing a 4-goal rout to condemn the visitors to a third consecutive defeat, following back-to-back 2-1 losses at Tottenham and AFC Bournemouth. One player stole the show, as he so often has done under Amorim's reign in Lisbon. Viktor Gyokeres further established himself as one of the world's deadliest strikers. The 26-year-old Swede fumbled a glorious chance shortly after City's opener, directing an attempted chip into Ederson's grateful grasp as he ran through on goal unchallenged. But he soon clicked into gear, netting a hat-trick, including 2 ice-cold penalties, to add to Maximiliano Araujo's go-ahead goal in the opening minute of the second half. United splashed £108.5 million on striker signings during Erik ten Hag's tenure, handing the Dutchman 2 young options in Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee. Højlund, who cost £72 million, was the Red Devils' top goalscorer in his debut season, netting 16 times in all competitions. His similarities to Gyokeres while being 5 years younger will excite Amorim. However, Zirkzee's less explosive style seems the opposite of the Sporting frontman's. If that doesn't concern Amorim, his early record of 1 goal in 15 United games will. That doesn't necessarily mean the 23-year-old is set to be shipped out of Old Trafford, though. His first touch and ability to link play among his fellow attackers could make him an ideal fit for one of the 2 number 10s in Amorim's 3-4-3 system. But even if that's the route United's new head coach goes, that would leave Højlund as his only senior striker, potentially prompting the club to return to the striker market. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.